Hi, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today I'll discuss the best herbs and supplements for natural stress relief. Now, there's literally dozens and dozens of natural supplements and herbs that claim to help relieve stress, reduce anxiety and panic attacks, decrease depression, improve your mood, and help you sleep better. So it can get a little confusing, but allow me to save you the time and money by listing the best of the best and the most effective natural remedies that are clinically proven to work quickly and safely for long-term use. So let's start with one of my favorites, which is Phenobot, which helps increase dopamine, which is also known as a pleasure chemical, and helps reduce cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Then we have an amino acid called 5-HTP, which helps increase serotonin, which is known as the happy hormone. And then we have an herb called St. John's wort. Now, this is a natural antidepressant. In fact, it's clinically proven to be better and safer than Prozac. And then we have two other herbs, passion flower and valerian root extract. Now, these are great for anxiety, panic attacks, and improved sleep because they create natural calmness. And then we have inositol, magnesium, and L-Taurine. Now, these are B vitamin and a mineral and an amino acid. And these are required for proper formation of numerous brain neurotransmitters, including serotonin. Now, people who tend to have anxiety or depression genetically have low levels of these three ingredients. Then we have L-Theanine, which is an amino acid and it's found in green tea, and it helps reduce stress and cortisol levels. And then there's three ingredients called phosphatidylserine, ashwagandha, and also vitamin C. Now, all of these help reduce the stress hormone cortisol. And then finally, we have GABA, which is an amino acid that helps calm your nervous system and creates relaxation. Now, the most popular option is if you want to save yourself time and money, you can utilize a product called Provanix, which is an all-in-one supplement that already combines everything I just listed in the specific extracted dosages in addition to a couple other helpful ingredients. Now, how would you categorize yourself? As a glass half full or half empty person? Have you ever noticed that in life some people tend to generally just be happy, right? Positive people, they laugh more, they seem confident and hopeful about life. They can handle stressful situations well and they stay calm and cool. They're basically the glass half full people. And then of course, I'm sure you know some people who just tend to be negative about life, right? They're critical and they're hopeless. They get stressed out quickly and have anxiety and panic attacks. And they feel nervous in social settings, right? They worry a lot and they have sleep problems. They tend to get depressed, or down more often than they like to admit. These are the glass half empty people. So what's the real cause? Is it nature or is it nurture? If you ask most people why a person is the way they are, they'll generally say it's because of the person's attitude or their upbringing or, they choose to be this way. Now, this is certainly true to a certain extent, but science has proven repeatedly that over 50% of happiness is based on your genetics. So if you tend to be a person who feels more anxiety or panic attacks, or if you're just, really sensitive and even get depressed from time to time, guess what? It may not be your fault, but to a certain extent, all right? Genetics does play a big role in how you feel, but what's behind all of this are your hormones and neurotransmitters, something that you can improve on, which is the good news, and that's what I'm going to discuss today. So don't worry. There is hope, and you can easily do this. Okay, so without turning this into a biology class in medical school, I'm going to keep things just really simple. Now, there's three primary hormones and neurotransmitters we want to control, which can help make dramatic improvements in your mood and your happiness and sense of well-being. And these are dopamine, serotonin, and cortisol. Now, the great part about making improvements in these three is that you'll slow down aging, and thus you'll look and feel younger. So the first goal is to optimize your serotonin levels. Now, this is a neurotransmitter which is located primarily in your GI tract, which is your stomach, and also in your central nervous system. Now, people tend to refer to it as the happy hormone, even though it's really not even a hormone. This is done mainly because drugs such as Prozac, Paxil, and Zoloft work by optimizing serotonin. Now, serotonin for you might be low if you tend to crave sugary or salty foods or caffeine, if you tend to be moody or extra sensitive, or you get anxiety or panic attacks, or you can't seem to maybe let go of the past and you tend to dwell on negative thoughts. Your second goal is to increase dopamine. Now, this is known as the anti-aging pleasure chemical, which acts as both a hormone and a neurotransmitter. And it's very powerful because it plays a major role in motivation. Now, many addictive drugs work on dopamine receptors, and the lack of dopamine is also the primary cause of Parkinson's. Now, your dopamine may be low if you have memory problems, or you have a hard time focusing, if you have a decrease in libido, if you feel unmotivated, right? Maybe you've lost your drive about life, or you don't want to interact with people and you feel just hopeless or depressed. Your third and final goal is to decrease cortisol. Now, cortisol is known as a stress hormone. Now, when you don't sleep well, when you're angry, when you're tired, when you're feeling overworked or under a lot of stress or pressure, then your cortisol levels dramatically shoots up. Now, this is your body's coping mechanism to stress. So you do need some cortisol to survive and function. However, elevated cortisol levels cause an increase in blood sugar and blood pressure. There's muscle loss, and in fact, there's extra fat around your belly. There's lower testosterone in men and feelings of anger in women. It causes poor sleep and insomnia, and it dramatically increases aging, wrinkles, and hair loss. Unfortunately, because of today's extra stressful lifestyles, it's estimated that 87% of the population has chronically elevated cortisol. And if you have any caffeine, whether it's coffee, tea, or energy drinks, then you are 100% guaranteed to have elevated cortisol. So let's discuss how to do all this naturally, because I want you to forget about using anti-anxiety or antidepressant drugs. Not only do they have lots of long-term side effects, but they barely work. In a 2008 study done by Harvard Medical School, 82% of the users said they felt zero improvement taking the medications, yet 67% reported negative side effects. But luckily, there are specific herbs, vitamins, and amino acids that do work in improving your serotonin, dopamine, and cortisol levels, which results in improvement in both mental and physical well-being. Now, earlier I mentioned about 8 to 10 of the best supplements that are clinically proven to safely help reduce stress, anxiety, depression, help improve your mood, and give you better sleep. Now, as great as these individual ingredients are, they work much better when combined together because there's a special synergy which creates better results without any of the negative side effects. So basically, you get to take less but get more results. Now, because of this synergy, I personally use an all-in-one solution called Provanix, which contains all these key ingredients in one simple pill, right? So it's easy, it's convenient, it saves me time and money. Now, the feedback has been amazing, and since the product's been around since 1999, you know it works and it's safe. Anyway, there's a free video about how Provanix works, how you'll benefit, the clinical studies, and hundreds of customer reviews and so forth. If you want to try something natural that works quickly, I suggest you give Provanix a try. Take a look and let me know what you think. Please do this now while it's fresh on your mind.